You live in California, dude.
Yeah, dude, I know how to transition.
You can get it paid for.
Get off the fucking podcast right now. I'm all
Hour 2.
lubed up for you, Knowles.
Let's gas the juice.
There's nothing that will make that dream of me having sex with another man go away. ¿Qué pasó, amigo? Contigo.
Oui.
All right.
Hola, welcome, bonjour, and good evening. Good morning.
To a Procast number, I don't know.
Doesn't matter anymore.
Doesn't matter anymore.
I exist within this hell.
So, my name is Jake. This is Nolando, for those of you that don't know us. And in this podcast, if this is your first one, we talk everything Second Amendment related, even Second Amendment business related, which is what I just got done doing with somebody else for the last 2 hours. So now I'm in hour 2 of podcasting.
Podcast
I'm all
hour 2.
lubed up for you, Knowles.
You're prepped and ready.
If y'all haven't participated in the 2A Discord group, the Discordian, the dystopian Discordian, we have
it's like an accordion.
We will leave a linkable link down to the Discord group for you. I think it's like discord.com/gg/2apro, something like that.
Yeah, we'll leave it down there below.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you can find it. You can click the things and then click.
There's chicanery, nonsense,
debauchery,
but also motivation, heartfelt items. We give away a bunch of free
we
stuff
give away a lot of stuff. We
do.
The whole point of it is to build up the community. And I feel like we're doing all right at it. We're trying our best.
Well, the cool thing is like we actually aren't doing shit.
Yeah,
dude, the
that's
community
true.
is like taking on life of its own, and it's just really cool to see people in there just like sharing.
Building.
Dude, people have obviously laughed and literally cried.
Literally.
Inside of that. I'm watching this stuff happen because we have we've got the mental health channel. There's so many channels in there. It's a channel for every single state in there.
Yeah.
There's a mental health channel where we can get in there and just kind of like help people out that are going through some things. There was a dude that was in there recently that it was the anniversary of the day that he got blown up in Afghanistan and lost his friends, and he was having a hard time, dude. And it was
survivor's guilt.
Survivor's guilt. He'd ended up in Walter Reed for like 9 months, and I don't know, man. It's just really cool.
That's
to be able to
rehab, yeah,
something like that.
Physical rehabilitation.
Walter Reed is the Army Medical Hospital. It's like the main hospital that you go, and when your shit gets really fucked up.
Yeah.
Right? If you're in Walter Reed, something's gone seriously wrong.
Yeah.
So all the amputees typically come out of there. So anyway, it's a cool group, and it's amazing, and it does nothing but support the Second Amendment. So
yeah, a lot of cool dudes
free.
in there.
Yeah, we don't sell you anything in there. If anything, we just give you free shit. So
yeah, there's a lot of feed pics there too. So
and there's feedback on gear. Like people are like, hey man, can you change this, add this, do this, make that blue?
That is like
red.
the direct line to us where you can be like, hey, we hate your shit. We want you to change it.
Yeah.
Or we love your shit, but we wish it was different.
Yeah. Or we hate your face, but you can't change that.
Well, I mean, you can say that anywhere.
True.
Yeah.
You can't say that anywhere. But you won't get canceled at the 2A Pro Discord group.
That's right. We accept it wholeheartedly.
Absolutely.
Speaking of people hating my face, I just read a comment today that somebody was, they commented saying that...
you have a punchable face?
I blanked. That's what it was. They commented saying, sorry if my comments about your flip-flops made you insecure, but I'm happy you're still making videos. And to which I responded, I said, I put my face on the internet. I am no longer able to feel insecure.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, you should have just said, no, but I'm planning on killing myself tonight because of those comments. So
just really dig in. Just be
really
like,
dig in.
I want to let you know that you're the reason my lady is going to find my brains on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You're the reason why I've sold all my belongings, and I'm moving to a land far away, and
I'm going to walk naked along the road until I die. In the desert.
Love digging in.
Internet. Let's talk about what we're doing here today.
I don't even know what we're doing
here
today.
I know, isn't it exciting?
I have no idea what we're doing. I haven't
you so
prepped
excited?
for any of this. I'm little nervioso.
Nervioso. there's a couple things I want to touch on here today. Get a little handsy, if you will.
Not with me, sir.
No, we're playing footsie. There's a difference.
Under the table.
That's right.
And he doesn't have any shoes on, so he's naked down there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm naked from the ankles down. So today we're going to do a little feed the trolls.
Oh, another feed the trolls
We got
episode.
some feed the trolls, but we're going to take a little bit of a different spin on it today, and you'll find out. I'll just tell you, we're gonna go ahead and actually kind of address the comments a little bit.
Ooh.
We're gonna take those trolls and we're gonna maybe give some good feedback on it instead of just telling them that their face stinks.
Oh, okay.
So
we're feeding the trolls, but we're not dishing it back to them eye for an eye. We're actually we're giving genuine feedback.
Genuine feedback.
So this is going to be...
And then we're going to tell them they're stupid.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. No,
All
yeah.
right, good.
We're definitely going to still roast them.
I don't know if I can't roast somebody, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's just built into my bloodstream.
But I just saw today, and I want to address this first because I feel like both you and I could be very fiery about it.
Do tell, pray tell.
Hillary Clinton calling for a formal deprogramming.
Just get off the fucking podcast right now. You don't say her name on this podcast.
Shit.
So what she...
So Hillary Clinton, recently in the news, it's all over the X or the Twitter, the tweetar.
The tweeter.
Twatter.
So what was she tweeting about?
She wasn't tweeting. It was a CNN interview where she was talking to the CNN interviewer saying that these MAGA extremists are following around Donald Trump like a cult. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing, but not paraphrasing. She said there needs to be a formal deprogramming of these people. That is not paraphrasing. That is from her mouth, which I wouldn't be surprised from someone who got a No, never mind.
A formal deprogramming?
Yes.
So a re-education camp.
That is, yeah. I believe I've heard about those somewhere before.
Yeah, somewhere.
How do you feel about
I can only...
a person of her stature, maybe, of her notoriety, calling for re-education camps?
Of her... I would use the word...
Assisted suicide count?
I would use the word position. I wouldn't give her any other credit than the current position that she's in, and I would affiliate that with nepotism.
I mean, she's really good at laughing about getting pedophiles off the hook, so I mean...
Yeah. And should we even touch on Benghazi? I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the history books, guys. You can Google search it. It'll figure it out. Ignorance is a choice at this point. But how do you feel about that? How do you feel about good old HC?
I think it's fucking dangerous for anybody in a position like that to be calling for anything like that. It's significantly... It worries me. That's what I think. Deep down inside, it makes me... It does a few things. It makes me worried. It makes me ashamed of the people that are in place in this country. We have the great. This is such a beautiful. There's so much opportunity in this country. It is amazing.
No other country has a constitution like ours.
It's fucking amazing. The potential that we have in the United States is above and beyond anywhere else in the world. Now, I'm not saying that we live up to it. Right? There's that old that Newsweek with Jeff Daniels or do you remember
like that.
where he's like, tell us why it's the greatest country in the world. And he's like, it's not the greatest country in the world.
Yes.
We're third in this, and the only thing we lead is number of incarcerations. And he went on and on. But I am not saying that we're not the greatest country in the world. But what I'm saying is we have the greatest opportunity in the world. I'm saying it's squandered because we've got people like that at the helm.
Right.
That are fucking things up for the rest of us. And I love the opportunity that this country presents and it possesses based on what the forefathers had intended for us to be doing, and for somebody to come in like that, knowing the depravity that has been caused and the injustice that has been caused historically through re-education camps and deprogramming mindsets, right?
Yes.
For her to even fucking say that is dangerous.
It
is a weapon beyond any, in quotations, assault weapon that they will ever attempt to take away from us. That shit is the assault weapon.
Yeah.
Her fucking mouth, her tongue, her position is the assault weapon.
Yeah, it's
Period.
a forked tongue for sure. It's terrifying in one regards just to have the idea to speak of that nature, right? Like we are releasing LGBTQ plus training videos.
Right. But let's be clear that it is a liberal gun and ballistic training qualification plus much more.
It's an acronym.
It's an acronym. And it just happened to, it was the craziest thing is like when I was like, hey, we should make this for liberals. Well, we should make gun training for liberals because they don't have anything for them. And I was like, let's do a liberal gun and ballistic training qualification plus much more. And you were like, hey, dude, did you realize that actually lines up with?
Yeah, it was completely unintentional.
It was just so coincidental.
It's
actually
a
lined
random
up with
acronym.
I know. Who would have thought that would have worked out so?
For everyone who hasn't caught on yet, it's complete fucking satire. But we're making this. It's a joke. It's humor. We're just having fun with it. We're poking fun, and
we're poking fun at the other side.
Correct.
By no means. I appreciate the fact that I want liberal to own guns and appreciate the Second Amendment. Right? I'm not going to shit on liberal, dude. I can't hate liberals. My fucking wife is liberal and my parents are liberals. If I hated liberals, I would have denounced my relationship with them and divorced my wife or never married her in the first. It's not an option for me. I don't care. I married one and I'm the son of two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and if people think I hate liberals, I just don't like the ideology. I fucking hate Hillary Clinton. I'll say that.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. I think it's important to note too, because we've gotten a lot of comments on that training video. People being like, look at what the word liberal means. You're literally a liberal. And it's like, guys, okay, let's take a second here and let's look at society as a whole.
Can we talk about, like, when they say look at what the word liberal means, you're literally a liberal, what do they mean by that? Do you know what they're trying to say in that?
That we are, by the definition of the word liberal, because liberal technically isn't a political standing. Mm-hmm. It's more of an ideology, where like conservative isn't necessarily a political standing.
Correct. Yeah.
Right? You're more conservative with your things, where liberal is more giving and open and free, which
Understood.
Technically we are. We are more giving, we are more open, and we are more free with our business.
Right.
Right? And we're offering free training online, all these sorts of things. So technically, yes. But let's look at society here for a second, folks. Liberal has been taken, it has been associated with the Democratic left, mostly in terms of kind of extreme. Same with extreme conservative, right?
Yeah.
It's the same way that the swastika can no longer be used as a religious symbol because one crazy half-Jewish single-nutted German guy decided, hey, let's gas the Jews.
Right.
Yeah. We can't use that symbol anymore ever because that psychopath...
Give more background on the symbol. That way people know that you're not a psychopath.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a psychopath, guys. I'm a bit sociopathic. But no, the swastika is a symbol of peace, essentially. It is throughout history, through Scandinavian culture, through Indian culture, and through Chinese culture, I do believe, that can be traced back hundreds of thousands of years.
Right.
In India, when I went there, 3-4 years ago, it's all over the place. They still use it as a religious symbol.
But isn't it faced a different direction?
Correct.
Okay.
So it's
the orientation of it.
Think about it like the yin and the yang, right?
Yeah.
So the yin yang can go two different directions. And when it's going counterclockwise, it is technically, from what I've been told, it is the counterclockwise is meaning of bad symbols. So it is strife, anger, pain. But when it is going clockwise, when it is with nature, it is peace, it is harmony, right? And so the same thing with the swastika.
Got it.
So
Got it. Yeah, and like we're not here promoting swastikas,
No.
but what we're trying to give you is, Nolan's giving you here is facts and an example of how one thing can get taken by one person who can completely, who could do really bad shit, and then it will always be
Completely
associated
chalk
with
it
that
up.
thing, and that goes back into this whole liberal, conservative, alt-right, which, by the way, I have to say this, it's going to be like, this is where you're going to see a dip in the viewership right here. Like when you look at the, you're like, you shouldn't have said that in the podcast.
I don't care.
Okay, here it is. Every time somebody says alt-right, all I picture is me on my keyboard pressing
alt-right?
alt and the right button.
I know, same.
I'm like, alt-right. I'm like, why? Where did it become alt-right?
I don't know.
I'm like, alt-right, is that a combination that I don't know about on a keyboard that's going to lead me into some sort of conservative madness?
I don't know. It's crazy.
I know. Anyway,
But
that's where my mind goes.
Yeah, and let's be clear. Extremism sucks in all categories.
Yep.
Yeah, it sucks. But with that, it is true. Like, for example, history lesson, guys, the German salute during Nazi Germany, how they would hold up their hand like so, that's going to get clipped. That came from the Roman salute that they would do to the emperor in the Colosseum. It was just changed. It was a palm.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, guys, he's a fraud.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree.
He's ripping.
Yeah.
He's
ripping off every culture.
Ripping designs off, and he used it as the Nazi symbol. He's ripping the salutes off.
Yeah. And let's not forget, Nazis stand for National Socialist Party. Anyways, continuing on. Yeah, re-education camps, bad. But let's get into some comments.
Yeah,
let's get into some trolling.
Let's dig into the bowels of in the depths of
that
the
was
internet.
a lot, real fast.
Yeah, let's see what kind of cancer we can give ourselves today.
Lots of cancer.
Lots of cancer.
Lots of cancer.
Lots of guns.
Lots of guns.
I'm gonna clip that in there. So, there's a couple here, and let's start with this one. This is on how to transition. This was me giving a quick minute description on how to transition from your rifle to your pistol.
Okay.
How to do a rifle to pistol transition, if you will.
I'm glad you followed up with a pistol because I know how to transition. I've got all the props.
You
to
live
do
in
it.
California, dude.
Yeah, dude. I know how to transition.
You
I
can
live
get
in
it
Cali.
paid for.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so this is from Casper Inky Magoo.
Caspi babes.
Caspi,
the not so friendly ghost in this comment.
not so friendly ghost.
Okay.
But definitely ghostly. He commented, or she commented, they, them, their commented. How many people have you shot? I'm interested in your qualifications. How do you feel about that?
Oh man.
Because I can tell you how I feel about that.
I feel. That's good. That's good. I gotta mull that over. Why don't you tell me how you feel about that, and I will. I will respond once I get my brain working.
Yeah,
again.
I'll talk about that for just a second.
Once I perform some immediate radioactive treatment on this cancer that has just been caused by that comment.
Correct. Cool. So what he's getting at here, to my knowledge, to my understanding, is that to be able to instruct in a martial art, you need to have a body count. And not the body count that we're celebrating on OnlyFans nowadays, but the body count that we're talking about of dropping bodies, which people have been doing in flops for thousands of years.
Sure, seemingly so.
Yeah. So his thing is, I can't listen to you unless you've killed people. Probably falling into the back in the teams mindset.
Oh, yeah, ex-Navy SEAL comments on Red Dot.
Correct.
Ex-Navy SEAL comments on new CQB
right.
training.
And I would like to
reacts to.
And I would like to bring attention to the reality that is the military, police forces, things of that nature. Bring in private contractors to enhance and elevate their training.
Yeah.
Right. So police will reach out to martial arts instructors, people who haven't killed people, to teach them how to hurt people and possibly kill people if the need arises. Same with the military. They reach out to the private sector, people who do this for a living, people who spend their lives doing it.
Yep.
Now, not saying I spend my life doing this, but I am at least competent in martial arts. I took a couple of classes at rec centers,
Can I give you an example of how the military did this?
Yeah.
Our physical fitness training, like our PT. God, you're not good. You're a bad man to podcast with somebody with ADD, because then all I can think of is like, what tone can I come after that to make a song? Do you know what I mean?
It's probably because we both have ADD and we're just feeding into it.
Don't make a song. I'll continue singing and I'll finish the lyrics. All right. So the military at one point in time, early on in my brief career, we stopped doing the push-ups, sit-ups, runs, and we started doing combatives. Well, we still did the running, but we stopped the push-ups and sit-ups, and we started doing Army combatives. But Army combatives were all predicated on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which was popularized, if not invented. I don't know the history behind it, by the Gracie brothers,
Definitely
right? The Gracie family.
Definitely, I don't think it was invented by the Gracie family,
but popularized by.
Definitely popularized and pushed
shown
forward by.
And the effectiveness of that martial art was proven, that you could take a 100-pound man and take down a 200-pound man.
Yes.
Just based on technique rather than size and brute strength. And so the military adopted that. I'll tell you now, I cannot confirm this because I wasn't on the board of deciding whether or not they were going to bring in this training, but I can assure you with 99.9% positivity that anywhere in that interview process, that the military, our defense, the Department of Defense, never sat down with those guys. Sat down with those guys before they went to train all of their soldiers and said, how many people have you killed with this martial art? None? Then we will not do it. I doubt that Hoist Gracie had to lie and say, hey,
Yeah, I've killed tons.
Yeah, I've killed like more men than you can count. And they go, oh, well, then in that case, we're going to bring you in and you can show our men how to do the same. That is not a prerequisite.
Nah.
Can I give you one more example?
Please.
Another example, and this is feeding right into somebody that we've had some qualms with.
I don't know who you're talking about.
You will. T-Rex.
Yeah.
Lucas Bakken.
Right.
Right? The dude is a fucking
Savage.
machine.
Yeah.
He is an absolute machine when it comes to, we could talk all the shit we want. The guy's a fucking beast on the range.
Yeah.
And he trains like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So, dude,
Fucking savage.
how many people has he killed? Zero.
Probably zero.
Probably zero. We don't
Yeah,
know
we
for
don't
sure.
know.
We don't know for sure. But
Listen, it's a small community there. We don't know.
But I could pretty much say with all confidence that he doesn't. But who does he have consistently out at his range? Dude, he's got like special operations
He's
guys.
brought SF guys out there. He's brought police
SEALs
out there.
and police, dude. The dude trains like pretty top tier guys.
There is no
and
way
he's never ever had to say, now with this training I have killed like 70,000.
There's no way you can look at someone with the skill proficiency of Lucas Bakken
Right.
and say he is not adequate at what he does.
Yeah.
That he's not a fucking monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Casper the not so friendly ghost. To that I say, I won't say it.
Do it. I'll bleep it out if it's bad.
Fuck you right in the mouth.
My question is, how many people have you killed, Casper the not so friendly ghost? What about that, dude?
I don't know.
He's like, I haven't killed anybody except for billions of people on Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that could have been.
yeah.
Maybe that's what he was referring to.
He's wondering my KD ratio in COD. That's
yeah.
it.
That's
Killed that
awesome.
ratio. Yeah, in case
Yeah,
you
yeah.
wonder,
No, I don't even know. I don't know what the KD ratio, and I don't know what COD is.
Call of Duty.
Oh, I thought it was like a fish.
I mean, it also is a fish.
Like, what is my cast to catch ratio for COD?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. You nailed it on that. Moving on. Okay, to episode 1 of Liberal Gun Ballistic Training Qualifications.
Yeah, these were.
Yeah,
We got some mixed opinions on
from
these.
Dwayne the Glock Johnson.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a great name, by the way.
That, that actually is.
Like,
I
I'm
will say
mad that you left this comment because your username's great.
It's fucking rad.
This guy thinks Sandy Hook was a false flag. LMAO. Did we even say Sandy Hook in the
I've
video?
never talked about.
Have we even
Sandy,
said that
no,
at
I
all?
don't know if we've ever talked about Sandy Hook other than I brought it up when we were talking about the Connecticut body armor laws and the lawsuits against Remington, and you know what I mean. We've talked about those things, but I've never ever once
Denounced
said that
yeah.
Sandy Hook was a false flag. Look, there were innocent children who lost their lives in that event.
Yeah.
Period. That's it. Like that's
what-
the end of
like
story.
what-
Like
what
I
else were we
I
gonna-
do not.
what
I do.
else-
So let
yeah.
me clear the fucking air with Dwayne the Glock Johnson over here, and just know that like we are not at all saying anything of the sort of that. I
Yeah.
would never.
But you
I would
also
never do that.
you also can't fucking deny that the government, the U.S. government, has instituted false flags.
No.
Yeah. So maybe don't make assumptions because it makes an ass out of you and me because I have to put my ass in your face.
Yeah, yeah. Now, I'm not saying yes, and I'm not saying that the government doesn't initiate false flags, but I've never commented on Sandy Hook
ever.
So
that's you're
fuck-
reaching.
So fuck you, right?
Yeah,
now.
fuck you, bro. I like this one. It's another one on LGBTQ+. Yeah, let's sit around and act like the left, in quotes, is so much worse than the right. Like they aren't all the same scumbags.
What are your thoughts on that?
So here's the deal. And I said it at the very beginning of this podcast.
Yeah, I think we covered a lot of
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
which is extremists suck.
Yep, one way or the other.
Yeah, it's always us versus the government, but like we're not acting like one extreme is better or worse than the other. What we're doing is we're making fun of one of them.
Yeah.
That
That's all I'm
happens to
doing.
generally go against
The Constitution.
the Constitution.
Let me tell you who sucks. I'm going to answer this real quick, real concise.
You do.
You do for commenting that. But no, who sucks are people who are violating our constitutional rights. Period.
Absolutely.
On one side or the other. I
Yep.
don't give a fuck
Doesn't
who
matter.
you are.
Yeah.
Black, white, red, purple.
They, thems.
They, them. I don't give a fuck
Furries,
who you
doesn't
are,
matter.
dude. Yeah, Republican, Democrat. If you're violating the Constitution, then you're fucking wrong.
Yeah. It pretty much boils down to this. Leave me the fuck alone.
That's it.
Yeah. As long as you aren't hurting someone, as long as your way of life
Yep.
is not actively impeding and harming someone else, actual harm,
Yep.
not hate speech harm,
Yep.
you can fuck right off. Yeah.
Yep.
Just leave them alone.
Limited government. There is that. Let me throw in my
Yeah.
favorite. This is the greatest quote of all time. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Who you are.
I'm listening.
Ronald Reagan.
The 9 scariest words.
The 9 scariest words. Will you fuck that up less than I will? Oh, yes. The 9 scariest words that you will ever hear from the United States government are.
From any, I believe anyone.
From anyone is, I'm with the government and I'm here to help.
Yeah.
Ugh, it gives me chills every time I hear it.
So every time I hear that quote, I think about Thomas Jefferson writing, "I prefer dangerous freedom to peaceful slavery."
That's right.
Every single time.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Moving on. Casper Inky Magoo.
Another Casper?
Again, no, it's him again.
Oh,
I didn't realize this was the same guy.
Right.
So this is you would never do that. When I'm reiterating why or when you would do a tactical reload versus an emergency reload.
Yeah.
He doubled down. This son of a bitch. How many people have you shot? I'm going to go out on a limb and say 0. You son of a bitch. You called me out. Damn it. I've been faking it this whole time.
Yeah. You haven't shot anybody.
Yeah.
You have no right to train anybody on anything.
On anything ever.
No. You don't even have a right to be a father.
Nope.
Or a husband.
So this one's really going to get in your jimmies.
Ooh.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah. Is it going to...
Oh, this is going to jimmy your shorts for sure. You're going to be...
I'm ready for this. You're going to piss me off for the rest of the...
I'm going to probably piss you off for the rest of the fucking podcast. Okay. So I'm going to read this first part, and then I got to go into the comments and find this because there was more said.
Saying a quick internal prayer.
Yeah. So this is to the video I released quite recently, Train Full Chub, where I talk about should you train in full kit, kind of half kit, just wearing a battle belt and stuff like that, or should you train just EDC, just conceal carry?
Right.
And the answer to it is yes.
And yes, and yes.
And yes, and yes.
Yeah.
Train all of it, train it all the time.
Right.
Split up your training regiments, do as much as you can. Well, from 540 gung ho.
Gun ho?
Gung.
Gunga ho.
Gunga ho.
So he's not a gun ho.
No,
he's
he's
just
gunga ho.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I find it cringe to see civilians who never actually volunteered to serve their country, even in peacetime, run around LARPing as special operators, pretending to be as such. Okay. Yeah. You can take that. Compartmentalize it.
I'm
internalize
working this out. Now, can you give me that first part? I find it what?
I find it cringe.
I find it cringe.
Here, let me pull it up one more time.
Okay. Yeah. You find it cringe for civilians to be exercising their Second Amendment
I find it cringe
responsibilities?
to see civilians who never actually volunteered to serve their country, even in peacetime, to run around LARPing as special operators, pretending to be as such.
Couple things here.
Let me have it.
We have a volunteer army for a fucking purpose because we don't want people in it that don't want to be there or that they're... Look, it's fucking America. You do not have, unless we institute a draft, right? And everybody technically is on, there is selective service, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, did you ever have to register for selective service, by the way? Did that ever come to you?
For legal reasons, I'm going to say yes.
Okay. Look.
Because I think I just tossed the paper in the trash. And I was like, if it comes down to it, they're going to fucking come to my door anyway.
They're going to come get you anyways.
What is signing this paper going to do?
There is no obligation for any citizen to be forced to serve in the military. I chose to serve in the military myself because I made a decision on my own to do it. Should the government come knock at your door and say, we need you, it's a matter of national security, what would you say?
Let's fucking roll.
Let's fucking roll.
Let's fucking roll.
Right? It's national security. There's fucking red parachutes coming out of the sky.
Give me the GP and VGs, dog. Let's roll.
Yeah,
fuck.
What kind of equipment will I get?
Yeah.
So, the bigger problem that I have with what he said is what we are talking about here is you are attempting to insult a civilian who is exercising his Second Amendment responsibility to protect himself, his family, and his other citizens of this country by going out and training. That lights, there's a little pilot light that just chilling inside me, and every once in a while somebody pours fucking gas on it.
And it just,
and that's exactly what's happening here. And I'm actually like, I'm, short of not ripping this fucking microphone off the table and, putting my whole fist through walls, I'm not going to give the guy the credit because I feel what's happening here is he just has a poor understanding of what the Second Amendment is all about.
So
I think that's really what it is.
Okay.
So what? Is there more to this?
Oh, there's more.
There's more?
There's more.
To the same comment, the same guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
So I decided, I was like, what is the best response that I can have to this?
Okay.
Somewhat cordial. I just said, you don't understand the Second Amendment, do you?
Oh.
Yeah.
So we are the same.
Yes. And to which he responded, I absolutely do. In fact, I've sworn oaths to serve and protect the Constitution as a soldier. You see, the stuff you LARP about in your videos in the woods, I actually do for a living. Our country needs men to take the Constitution and 2A serious. So I'm not begrudging you or anyone who owns and trains with their firearms. It's a must. But you take it to the next level of LARPing when you play around in the range with ops cores, which I don't even have. You don't need that, my guy. Plate carriers, med kits, etc. Everything multicam. You're LARPing. When you could have tried to do it for real as a service member. I want to throw one more thing in there.
God, dude.
I don't even have anything multicam.
What were you wearing in the video?
5'11" tan pants and like a hoodie.
But what plate carrier were you wearing?
Oh, I was wearing a t-shirt.
Were you wearing a
Nope,
multicam?
tan. I was wearing my kit, which is just fucking desert tan or coyote, whatever.
Okay. All right. So he's
doubling down.
So he's doubling. Okay. So what he said is, if you truly want to support the Second Amendment, then you will go work for your government. That's what I heard.
That's pretty much the summary of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We could wrap that up with that.
Yeah. If you don't go work for the government in a DoD capacity,
right,
then you cannot exercise your Second Amendment rights.
Because you don't need med kits. You don't need body armor. You don't need helmets, ops core. You don't need that.
Ooh. That sounds...
You don't need camouflage.
That sounds shockingly familiar to some politicians that I've heard that have said, you don't need
an AR-15.
You don't need an AR-15.
Just buy a shotgun.
Just buy a shotgun. Just buy a double-barrel shotgun.
It's Biden. Biden's commenting.
It's literally Biden commenting.
It's literally Biden.
You don't need...
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President, for commenting on our social media under the guise of gung-ho 504 or whatever the fuck your name is.
540 gung-ho.
So check this out. So, okay. That comment that Biden made, you don't need AR-15s, right?
Yeah.
They're harder to aim and they're harder to shoot. All you need is a double-barrel shotgun. I tell my wife to go out on the balcony and just blast 2 shots.
Yeah.
Right?
If you hear a sound, go out on the balcony.
If you hear a sound.
And just go shoot randomly
if you hear
out
a
to
sound,
the open.
Now, just hear a sound, right? That was his directive.
Yep.
They hear a sound. It's the fucking mailman. Just
hear a sound.
Just dropping off some, but it's a sound. I'm going to go blast 2 shots off.
What's her name, Jill?
Jill.
I just imagine Jill just kicking down the door. Just bandolier of shotgun shells, just 2 double barrels.
No,
boom,
not
boom.
a bandolier. That's not the directive from Mr. President. It was take 2 shotgun shells.
Yeah.
2.
But this is what I imagine.
No. That's not the directive from the fucking commander-in-chief. It's
right.
to take 2 shotgun shells, put them inside the double-barrel shotgun, and then blast 2 shots off into oblivion.
Yes.
And then when they realize that you shot at the sky and not at them, well, then you're really fucking dead. So I don't know. That's the way. That's what I picture.
Yeah.
You picture Jill breaking down the door with a bandolier.
I
picture her go
badass
shooting.
Jill.
I picture like her shooting into the sky and then realizing she's out of fucking ammunition and then getting.
Or what's what was that movie? I can't remember which one it was where the guy shoots the shotgun but he launches backwards like into the wall.
Oh, was that a movie or was that clip? It was that social media clip that went viral.
Probably both.
There was that one social media clip. It's been around.
Isn't it that Indian dude shooting like the fucking elephant rifle?
Elephant rifle, dude.
Launches back.
Fucking shoots him back in the room, dude. Oh, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Pirates of the Caribbean is one of them.
Oh yeah.
I'm also thinking of Neighbors, the movie with Zac Efron and Seth Rogen.
I've seen it, but I don't remember the scene.
But there's no shotgun. It's where they take the airbags and put it in his seat and he sits down and launches into the ceiling. That's what I'm thinking of. Do you have anything more to say to 540 Gung Ho? From one service member to another? From one service member to another, I think you need to reevaluate what the Second Amendment means. I'll give this answer in pure sincerity and not out of Malice or spite.
Malice or spite. Good choice of words. It is, it is your decision, and it was my decision to serve our country, to protect this nation, to protect the citizens inside it who can exercise their Second Amendment rights to protect themselves. And that is how you take it from one outer layer, right? We are, as a soldier, you are the first line of defense, essentially, to protecting the nation who has her Constitution, who protects her citizens, who can use the Second Amendment to protect themselves. And those are the layers that you have to peel back when you're talking about this. But it's a lack of thinking critically on his part, right? Of what it actually means to be able to protect yourselves, and really goes back to the fundamentals of the Second Amendment, which is protect yourself against tyrannical government. And if your tyrannical government has plate carriers, body armor, med kits, rifles,
Apaches,
right? Don't you think we should have the same stuff in the event that the government oversteps their bounds?
Absolutely.
That's all I have to say about that.
I'm just going to say one thing. Russia and China wouldn't even imagine trying to come over here if we had private citizens that could fly Apaches.
Yeah. They haven't done it even with Americans
not having that. Yeah.
Because we have rifles.
Correct.
Okie doke.
All right, moving on. The liberal gun training videos just produced a lot of good ones. These were scoured and found by our little boy Jason over there.
Nice. Did you get the one in there where the guy commented on, and then I replied to?
I don't know.
There was one in there that I read a comment about. He was very confused. I'm a Prius driving, gun toting,
oh no,
Harley riding.
That's on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
But that is also hilarious.
Pull that up real quick. It's in my
okay. It's in your brain.
It's in my brain, but carry on with the next one.
Okay, I'll carry on with the next one while you're searching. Can you do two things?
I cannot.
Okay.
I cannot do two things
so,
at once, but I will.
break.
I will attempt to do so. Will we screenshot of that?
I want to say this for the podcast because I feel like the podcast are the people that like know us the best.
Yeah.
We take receipts of everything.
Everything.
So like if you see people who leave these comments like that are like I don't know,
just outrageous
comments, we screenshot them, we save them.
Yeah,
we
go
do
into a receipt folder.
We do it to influencers in the space. We do it to people saying that institutions lied. We do it to a lot of people, and we save these receipts for when they go back and just like MJPs here.
Yep.
They delete their comments, and then we can show that, user has deleted their comment because we find that hilarious and I want to go into my own personal philosophy on this a little bit. The reason I find this so hilarious is because you and I don't act differently on the internet.
No.
We speak to you on the internet like we would speak to you face to face.
Correct.
There is no internet anonymity buffer. Like if we make a joke saying we slept with your mother,
yeah,
we will say that to your face.
And we'll say it to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's no filter, dude. We get on the internet and there's filters. We've said some like crazy shit that I'm like, hey, can we film that? And you're like, nah.
Well, that's just because we can't have it out there forever. But
Right.
that's the thing. We're not dumb.
Yeah.
Right? But we'll still talk to you the way we would talk to you. And we don't comment things that we end up after our PR representative, which is me, gets a hold of it, goes, hey, we can't say that, we need to delete that.
Right. 100%. Yeah.
We're also not fuming when we comment like some of these people.
I'm telling you right now, when people are blatantly wrong and they make these outrageous comments, and then we clap back with facts.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times it's well over 50% where the comments will get deleted, man. They just fucking delete the comments as if it never existed. But we're going to make it exist.
It's happened a lot of times, especially with Lucas's guys.
Oh yeah. So here's the deal: is I have receipts of this conversation.
Yeah.
And because I have receipts of this conversation and I am very happy about the things that were said back and forth between myself and this one individual, MJPs, I'm going to go over this. And what he tried to delete is now going to be on the internet forever. And because he deleted it, I'm actually going to start making my own posts about it.
We're going to make a t-shirt about it.
We're going to double down. I might make a t-shirt on it. Yeah. And then instead of actually just leaving your comment there and making it go away, right? Yeah. Just because the internet doesn't care as much as you think they fucking do.
But now you want to hide it.
Oh, but now it's just going to go everywhere. Now, instead of hiding it, it is going to be front and center on my mind.
Front page news.
It's front page news, dude.
MJPs.
Page 6.
Yeah.
MJPs.
MJPs.
What do we got?
Read me the MJPs, dude.
Now, I sent the full... He said this, and he was very confused. So I brought his comments over to Discord so that they could have a good laugh at what this guy was. And they started doing a little digging, and they started screenshotting his actual... his profile and like showing like I'm a Prius driving, gun toting, like Biden voting, Harley riding, like just a very confused man.
He is the duality of man.
He's the duality of man. and his initial comment to us, which was deleted, is armed liberal checking in here. Proud. This is how I imagine he sounds. Proud owner of a Bulgarian Arsenal AK-47, Springfield M1 a CQB, a Chris Vector handgun, N45 ACP.
It's very important.
2 P80s, a Glock, a few antiques, and a partridge in a pear tree. He didn't say that last part, but just want to let you know that you come off as a polarizing shitbird. Small man, full of hate, fucking creep, being liberal, open-minded, and empathetic, and free-thinking. Doesn't mean this is where he switches from conservative to liberal, so I have to change my tone here. Small man full of hate. No, not so small man full of hate. Fucking creep. Being liberal, open-minded, empathetic, and free-thinking doesn't mean you automatically like government or gun control. Fascist shitbirds love to put people in a box, right? Yeah. It's all from the same guy.
Because we're so fascist.
I'm so fascist.
So fascist.
So fascist, so furious.
Yeah.
So then I replied, "You're a liberal pro to a gun owner who doesn't trust the government? ? So you're a Republican who identifies as a liberal? ? I'd be mad too if I was as confused as you are. Good luck with the transition."
So good.
And then there was some more back and forth, and I can't find it, but God damn it, I really want to.
That's just good as is.
It's just good as is. But
I hope it's going well for you, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, he's in California, right? Did he say?
Can only imagine where this guy is actually from.
They'll pay for it for you.
No idea. He's in fucking Never Land is where he's at.
That's right.
He might be physically located in California, but he is mentally somewhere else.
I mean,
in spirit, he
probably has his political affiliation in his bio. So,
he does. His political, we screenshotted somebody in our Discord group screenshotted his bio and then posted it in Discord. And they were like, "What the actual fuck is happening right now?" And it was like, liberal who doesn't trust the government, who owns guns, but also drives a Prius.
I love it.
I'm like, dude, you driving a Prius doesn't make you a liberal, but you not trusting your government and wanting limited government, that definitely makes you more of a Republican. I'm just, dude. I don't. It's my favorite. Am I alone
thing.
Here?
No, definitely not. Right. I love it when people just find that thing that they're like, this is my personality now. And so many people are doing it nowadays with politics.
Yeah.
They're like, liberal. I'm a liberal. I'm a Republican. I'm a Democrat. I'm a whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is my identity. And you know what it reminds me of?
What?
It reminds me of people who fall into a hobby and then they're like, this is my identity now. Like they don't do it professionally, right? They're not making money from it. They do it because they enjoy it.
Right.
But they're like, this is my identity.
Yeah.
Like 9 to 5, I'm Steve working in accounting.
But I bought a Traeger.
But on the weekends, I'm the smoke king.
I'm the smoke king.
It's
and
all I
smoke
talk
meats.
about. It's all I post about. Or like people who get into mountain biking and they're like, I can't go kayaking because that's for losers.
Yeah.
Mountain biking's the only way.
The only way,
and they just develop their entire their being around this one thing. And
this is very true. What I found very funny was the way that he presented the fact that he was a liberal and then used the word but I drive a Harley, right? Or I ride a Harley. So
I don't think
I'm a liberal. I'm a liberal, but I ride a Harley.
Yeah. Liberals can ride Harleys.
Yeah, why can't liberals ride Harleys?
Sounds like he's making an assumption.
I'm a liberal, but I drive a Harley. I'm like, yeah, well,
right.
I don't know. Like the first thought that comes to my mind is, so you're I don't know, I'll let South Park finish this one.
Do you ride a big loud Harley and go up and down the streets ruining everyone's nice time?
No.
Then you're not a fag.
You want to post that one in there?
That will get us demonetized on this, probably.
You think so? I don't know. Just a little South Park clip.
I'll put it in there.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's great.
Do you drive up and down the street ruining people's good time?
No.
Then you're not. We just bleep it. So you're not a beep. And if you guys want to see the full version, then you can look it up.
It's hilarious.
It is hilarious. Yeah.
So moving on.
All right.
Still on the same video.
Nice.
I love this comment so much. Are you ready?
Yes.
We'll do a couple more and then we'll wrap up here.
Okay.
This is from. It's not popping up very well on my screen, but I'll post it. You'll see it. This is abuse. It will not make that dream of you and another man having sex go away. That was to the LGBTQ video.
Nice. Yeah. So
I'll repeat that one more time. This is abuse.
referring to the video.
Period. Full stop. New line.
Right.
Not new line.
New line.
It will not make that dream of you and another man having sex go away.
Well, I can only answer with this. There's nothing that will make that dream of me having sex with another man go away. I understand that. I didn't make the video to make it go away. I fucked another man to make it go away.
The only way to get over your fears is to fuck them.
Hey, you guys want to get over being afraid of gay people? Fuck some gay people.
So Colton sent me a meme the other day, and I'll post. Colton sent me a meme the other day, and I'll put it up on screen so everybody can see it. And it's like you'll see it, but it goes. The Wendigo's face when you run out wearing nothing but nods, saying "Windosy, Windosy, Windosy." So
I don't know. I don't get the reference.
So people will take "ussy" and add it to the end of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Right, like
okay.
H-cussy,
Oh, okay.
Windosy.
Got it.
Right.
Yep.
And so yelling "Windosy, Windosy," and so he brought that up. He sent that to me, and I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm not afraid of anything anymore." He's like, how'd you not get afraid of anything anymore? I was like, you just get turned on to it.
Yeah. You just gotta.
You get turned on to it. I was like, that's what I did with women.
Yeah. You get attracted.
I'm not afraid of women anymore.
Not afraid of women anymore. Yeah. Just let them turn me on, and then solves all my problems.
Solves
right
all my problems.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. If you and that look like on a serious note, going back to the other like taking that comment seriously, but kind of flipping it around in my own little in a way that it would serve our audience and make a little more sense is if you don't like the Second Amendment because you are afraid of guns, right? And some people, not everybody, some people just don't like the Second Amendment and don't like guns and have shotguns. Maybe. I'm sure they're out there.
I mean, you're entitled to your wrong opinions.
You're entitled to your wrong opinions. Exactly. Yeah. What is that? How does that saying go? That it's I would agree with you, but then I'd be wrong, or is it
something like that?
Yeah.
I wanted to add in there, like, I have guns to protect your wrong opinion, guys.
Yeah, there it is.
Think about that.
Yeah. So, to those who are questioning the Second Amendment, to those who are questioning firearms and their purpose in today's society,
mm-hmm.
I wonder how many of those have actually taken the leap to purchase one, to train with one, and to understand that it's not the firearm that makes the firearm dangerous, that it's the human behind the firearm squeezing the trigger that makes them dangerous. So I just don't, I think there's a lot of fear around firearms. I mean, you'll see people walk in the room that have never been around a gun, and if there's one laying on the table, they'll go, whoa, right? You've seen the reaction, right? Somebody pulls one out and they're like, whoa. But nobody does that when they pull out a knife. And I'm like, dude, I could easily stab you in the neck with this fucking knife, just almost as easily as if I pointed
and
this in your general direction.
And guess no one would know.
Yeah, Yeah.
That's
I could
the craziest part.
I'm in the kitchen with you with a large knife,
Yeah.
right? And I could walk up behind you and slit your fucking throat and do the exact same thing
Careful,
that a firearm would do.
That'll make you a psychopath.
I know. But you see where I'm going with this.
do.
Nobody pulls
Yeah.
out a knife and goes, oh. But a gun comes out, and those who are not familiar with one, that haven't trained with one, that think they're scary.
Yeah.
Right? And listen, I'm not talking shit right now. I promise I'm not talking shit. Some people legitimately, it's a legitimate concern. They see a gun, they think it's dangerous by itself on its own as an inanimate steel object.
I have acquaintances that are like that.
Right.
Yeah. I don't call them friends because.
Yeah. And I'm not saying it shouldn't be handled with care. I'm not saying that,
No, absolutely not.
Belongs
Of
in
course
a safe,
it should.
Belongs in a safe place or not being used, and you've got kids running around. Like, I'm not saying any of that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, these things are tools of liberty.
Yeah.
Free
Do you know how
craftsmen.
many people have been killed by glass bottles?
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to see this glass bottle.
No.
Because
You
it's in
could-
common use.
You could, in effect, smash that against the table and probably kill me right now.
Just a good old. Oh, it's not Billy Madison.
Happy Gilmore?
Happy Gilmore. Thank
Okay.
you.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Good old Happy Gilmore. Let's go, shooter.
Yeah. So anyway, I want to say that for those who are questioning the Second Amendment, questioning guns, think they're scary, think they're dangerous, yada, 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 I highly recommend just going out and training with one. And
Yeah.
because I've actually heard of a lot of people going, man, I went out and shot one. I got a new respect for it now, which
Yeah.
you should. You should respect firearms. And I think a little differently about them now.
Yeah.
What they're used for and how they operate.
I will.
I fully understand that they don't just discharge themselves
I would
unless they're SIG.
Yeah, I would respect so much more someone who is quote unquote anti-gun to go out to like a Cogworks course,
Yeah.
like an intro Cogworks course,
Yeah.
and just be like, I did it and I still don't like them.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you know what? Fair, fine, that's great.
Exactly
Yeah.
that. And the flip side of that coin goes right back to what I was talking about with, look, if you don't, I guess it wouldn't work.
Can't knock it till you try, right?
No. I think it would work. Hold on. I'm really kind of mulling this over in my mind.
Okay, I'm here.
For the bigots out there that just don't like gay people, go out and fuck a dude
Yeah.
and then tell me if you still don't like
Try
him.
being gay.
Just
Have you thought about that?
And the beauty of that, what I love about that is like
A lot
look,
of them
if
are
you,
slippery slope
you
gays, to be
don't
honest
like
with
if you don't like gay people, you go out and have sex with one and tell me if you still don't like one. The beauty of that is like if you go out and have sex with a dude, now you're gay and you have no choice but to like him. So it solves all your fucking problems. Can't talk shit now. You know what I mean? So yeah, and that's pro gay.
Yeah.
That is not an anti-gay
that's not
sentiment.
derogatory in
No,
any.
it's not. No.
You
at all.
can
don't knock
build-
it till you tried it.
You can build 1,000 bridges.
But you fuck one goat.
You suck one dick. But that also,
You could build 1,000 bridges.
you can build
but
1,000 bridges and still not be a bridge builder, but you suck one dick. You're a dick sucker.
You're a dick sucker. Oh man. Yeah. But you fuck one goat.
God damn it.
Here's the thing.
Spent too much time in Afghanistan, dude.
Yeah. I know. Oh man, I hope it didn't give anything away there. I was like, you can kill 1,000 Taliban.
Jake has been banned from every petting zoo in North State.
You can kill 1,000 Taliban, you know, and you're a Taliban killer, but you fuck one goat.
You're a goat fucker.
But I was out there for like 13 months, dude. What do you want me to do? So
Dark.
And here's the other thing for those of you who are afraid of gay people and you want to try something new.
Oh, we're still on this.
We're still
Okay.
on it. I really think about it like this. What better way, right? Think about the conversations that you have with your friends, right? About, man, dude, she gives terrible head, right? Or, oh man, this one girl didn't do it. Or this one girl did this exactly right. If she were to move her tongue like this and use her hand like that and cup the balls like this, guess what dudes know how to do? Probably every single one of those things.
You'll probably get the best beach of your life.
Go get your dick sucked by a dude.
Find the glory hole.
Fine, dude. I'm telling you right now. And I haven't tried it. But I'm telling everybody on the internet right now. If you're scared of gay people, go get your dick sucked by one and tell me that it's not the best experience of your life. I can only imagine.
Just close your eyes and it could be a chick.
Yeah, close your eyes and it could be a chick.
Yeah.
Are we leaving this on the internet or are you cutting this? I don't know. I have no qualms.
We'll find post edit.
I know I know I haven't fucked a dude, so I'm confident. Nor have I participated in fellatio with one. But you know, I don't know, man.
Just a casual spooning.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to come up with I'm trying to come up with a solution right now for people, so we can all come together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that's really just what everyone in the United States needs. We all just need to come together.
We just need to suck each other's dicks.
Like a good version of Human Centipede.
Like a backwards Human Centipede.
But like everybody's there for the fun of it.
That would never work.
Sure it would. You just one. It's like a never-ending 69 line.
Oh, it's a never-ending 69. I see where you're going with that.
Wrapping around the globe, 69. And
man, yeah, that we. Fucking Christ.
From pole to pole, 69. From the highest peaks to the lowest valleys.
Oh, going back to Hillary Clinton, where we started this entire episode on.
Are you about to talk about her poll?
No. Yeah, no, but good call. No, but that's like if we want to, what was it? The
deprogram.
Deprogram?
Yeah.
If we want to deprogram hate in the gay community,
yeah,
that's what you do. You do the Human Centipede 69. That's how we deprogram the all the hateful fucking people out there that you know don't appreciate the fact that all the gay dudes are doing is leaving more women for the rest of us.
Listen,
right?
You to those gay people out there, you really just need to go out there and show heterosexual men what they're missing. I'm gonna probably cut that one.
You just gotta let them in. No, I'm sure they appreciate it. Yeah, just show them what they're missing.
Show them what they're missing.
Yeah. I don't know.
If you're uncomfortable in your sexuality, don't watch this podcast.
No.
Yeah.
I think a lot of like the reason why I'm so comfortable talking like this and about this is because I really feel at home because these are the conversations that we would literally have.
Yeah.
When you're like stuck in a fucking Humvee for, you know, God knows how many fucking days straight and there's nobody else to talk to. You just come up with these weird fucking theories. Right. You're just trapped in this little box.
You're a bunch of dudes in the desert in a box.
What would happen if just everybody was sucking each other's dick? Like it means nothing, but you're like, what if, right? And you go down these crazy rabbit holes and I know it sounds fucking ridiculous. For the normal humans out there watching this, I don't know. I'm curious to leave all this and see how many unsubs we get.
You know what? That's a good idea. I think I'll just do that.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it.
We'll just watch like this negative sub count come in. Cool. We didn't want you here anyway.
That'd be hilarious if it just went.
I know. With the other direction.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. Were we done talking poo?
I think so.
Okay.
You know what? Let's just wrap that up. I think
trolls have been fed.
I think we should.
They're full.
I think we should end on possibly this, since we just had such an extreme gay rant.
Yeah.
I think we should talk about how our LGBTQ segment is not meant to. It's not meant to diss on gay people. We don't give a shit.
No, it's not at all.
Yeah.
What we're doing is it's a play on acronym. We're like using an acronym that already exists and we're twisting it into that community to make it funny because it's satire and we've got a sick sense of humor.
Yeah.
So
suck it.
Yeah. Suck it, Trebek.
So everyone, let's come together. And with that,
let's come together, everybody.
Let's come together, everybody.
And with that,
we bid thee a quiff.